Good evening, everyone. You're very welcome to the channel, and we are just ahead of the Puebla E-Prix. And so this is the first round from Mexico this weekend. There's a double header happening, so Saturday night and Sunday night. And this is going to be quite an exciting race because once again, everything has been completely mixed up following crazy qualifying that took place today. The reason being, of course, for Formula E, the championship leaders have to go out onto the track first. And of course, the track is very, very green, and it usually results in absolute chaos, then putting the championship leaders towards the back of the grid. Now, let me see if I can actually get over my technical issues here and share a little bit of my screen. So we have no idea who's going to win ahead of today. Of course, on pole position, we have Pascal Wehrlein. Pascal Wehrlein has been a bit hit and miss in the last few races. He, of course, was very high up on the grid more recently and fell backwards, ended up third or fourth or something like that. He just doesn't seem to have it when it comes to the actual racing itself. But maybe he can prove us wrong today. So really looking forward to this. So they're actually just doing the grid run now, where they're going through the drivers and the lineup for the race. Let's have a very quick look at how qualifying went. So as you can see, Pascal Wehrlein starts on pole position. Oliver Roland, he's very, very strong in qualifying. Whether or not the Nissan e.dams can actually sustain that for the rest of the race, yeah, we need to figure that out. It hasn't really happened in the past. But Roland starts in second place. We have Jake Dennis starting in third place. Once again, very good qualifying from him. He did really well in the Valencia E-Prix more recently, winning that race actually from pole position. John-Eric Verne starts in fourth. This is really good for his championship side. We have Maxi Gunter starting in fifth. Mortara is in sixth. Sims is in seventh. De Grassi, I should say, is in eighth. Sete Camara in ninth, and Rene Rast in the other Audi starts in 10th place. So this is really mixing things up. Look where Antonio Felix da Costa is. He's only starting in 12th place. And actually, when we look even further down the grid, you can see that Mitch Evans himself is only starting in 13th. And let's look for the championship leader, Robin Frijns. Robin Frijns is in 22nd place. Sam Bird himself is in 20th place. So it's really, really mixed up here. So this is going to once again have a big impact on the Drivers' Championship. Look at Stoffel van Dorn way up there as well, and he's starting in 23rd place. So that makes things really, really exciting as far as I'm concerned. Okay, the race is off. It was a great start from Roland. No, it was a bad start from Roland. So it's Pascal Wehrlein has sped off into the front, and the two BMWs are coming very close to each other. Who's going to come out in front here? It looks like Gunter has the lead over Dennis. Well, he has second place over Dennis. Wehrlein is way off ahead of them. And we have Verne in fourth place. Mortara is in fifth. Sims is in sixth. Sorry. De Grassi is in seventh. Rast is in eighth. So that was quite an interesting start there from the BMWs. Thankfully, they didn't take each other out. But what happened to Oliver Roland? Where's Oliver Roland now? He's in 14th place. Oliver Roland is in 14th place. So he's already slipped way, way down from second place into 14th. What's going on here? That's insane. Oh, one of the virgins here. Big crash. This car is really smashed up. Who's this? It's Cassidy. I was really worried that was Frijns there for a second, our championship leader, of course. So Cassidy is out of the race. Now, are we going to have a safety car, a full course yellow? What's going to happen here? Nothing coming up on the screen yet. Okay, it's a safety car. We have the full safety car. Safety car is out. We have no idea what actually happened to Cassidy here, but the front left tire was completely broken off the car there. This is a really nice onboard shot with Oliver Roland. Oliver Roland down in 13th now, starting from second. What the heck happened to Roland? That is a weird one. Drive-through penalty for Sete Camara. Stewart's decision, number 5. Not sure what that means. It's a technical issue, I would assume. So Puebla, this is the first time we've actually raced in Puebla. For Ericsson also has a drive-through penalty. Okay, Lots of drive-through penalties coming in here. We'll see if any more pop up on the screen. Puebla, this is the first time we've had the Mexican E-Prix in Puebla. Previously, the Mexican E-Prix would have taken place in Mexico City, the same circuit or in around the same circuit as the Formula One. I think a part of the autodrome was used there. Puebla is a completely new circuit. Now, it's not a street circuit. So this is a bit like Valencia again, where we're actually racing on a track. And as you know, for Valencia, well, we had 2 rounds in Valencia, but the first round in Valencia, being the first race on a normal track, they completely got the energy usage wrong. And so many cars fell away on the last lap, they just couldn't make it to the end. Half of me hopes that definitely doesn't happen here. The other half of me thought, well, that was interesting, but of course, it's a farce. It throws away the race if that happens. So maybe I should readjust my numbers and feelings on this one. Just looking at the start here again, yeah, 3 into 1 doesn't go there coming into the first corner towards the back. So we're on board here with Verline. So Verline got a great start. Oh my goodness. Jean-Eric Vergne almost ran into the back of Roland there. That's how slow off the line Roland was. So I don't know if Roland actually had an issue or if it just really, really got bogged down there at the start. And there's the BMWs. They're actually not as close to each other as they looked from the initial camera angle as well. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. So this is on board with Oliver Roland. Oh, that's really disheartening. Look at all the cars whizzing past. Oh, as one of the Jaguars has come past him. That's how far down he's fallen. One of the Jaguars has overtaken him. So that means that we have Verline winning the race. Let me see if I can get Verline onto my screen. Yes, Jean-Eric Vergne, he was really compromised by that as well because he obviously had to take avoiding action. He's actually lucky that there was nobody coming down his outside when he pulled out like that, because that would have caused quite the pileup as well. All right, so we're in a holding pattern. There's Nick Cassidy walking back. We haven't actually seen a replay yet of what happened to Nick Cassidy, but his car that's pretty badly smashed up. Pretty badly smashed up. Not sure what's going to happen there. So Verline is our race leader for now. Can Verline actually hang on to this? That's the big question. Verline has not been impressive when he's been in leading positions previously. Buemi now has a 10-second stop-go penalty as well. Lots of penalties being handed out here. So the safety car is still staying out. The stream I'm watching on about 39 minutes still to go, plus 1 lap at the end. I'm just waiting to hear what's happening with this safety car. Jean-Eric Vergne actually is giving quite a gap to the BMWs in front. Obviously, energy conservation will be very, very important here. I know Alex Lynn has pitted. That's interesting. Why the heck did Alex Lynn pit? Anyhow, so that happened. So the safety car is coming in this lap. We can get back underway racing again. They will obviously take away some power usage as well from the cars because of the safety car. And that sometimes throws the calculations way off as well for these cars. So if that has any impact later on in the race, as I always say, it remains to be seen. Okay, so safety car. Safety car is a really fast-looking Mini Cooper. Verline is backing them all up now. He's getting ready as they come around. Will anybody get the jump on him here? Oh yeah, look at that. Gunter is right on the back of Verline. If he can get, oh, okay, Verline's gone. He's gone. Gunter is staying with him, it looks like. Of course, no overtaking yet until they come past the line. But we're back racing again. That's a really good restart there. That's a really good restart from Verline. There is no chance of Gunter getting the jump on him just here. Gunter is very close to him. It's just he won't be able to make a move unless it's a really, really late braking move down into the first corner. 6 kilowatt energy reduction. So that's consistent with, I guess, 2 laps. 2 laps behind the safety car. Martara is in 5th. Sims is in 6th place. We have Degrassi and Rast in the Audis in 7th and 8th. Da Costa now is up into 9th, so Da Costa is into the points. I can see Lotterer is in 10th and Evans is in 11th. So Evans is close to the points. He really needs to get back into the points. Where is Frines? Frines is still in 18th place, so it'll be really tough for him to get back into the mix here. Okay, so attack mode has been activated for a number of cars. So Frines, Lynn, Van Dorn, Blunkfist, they've all activated their attack mode. Also becomes a very strategic part of this racing. Gunter is really staying with Verline at the moment, so Verline isn't pulling away. Of course, Verline will have to try and control the pace of the race as much as possible as well from the front. Energy usage, it's a different ball game here. In Formula One, we're so used to seeing them trying to conserve their fuel and their tires, but here it comes down to the energy. They're not as worried about tires. I've never really seen the cars have tire issues, apart from obviously in wet weather, where that really comes into play. So. What the heck? Okay, Gunter actually completely disappeared off the timing screens there for a second. Verline is taking attack mode, and the attack mode here is insane because you actually have to go off on an outer loop of the circuit to take the attack mode, so it's not on the normal racing track. So Verline has re-emerged now in 3rd place behind Dennis in the 2nd BMW I Andretti. And yeah, the Audis are looking fighty there as well. Fighty, a new word. You heard it here first. Copyright. Winning Formula 2021. Da Costa as well is all over the back of Rast, so obviously the Audis need to get forward. So there's an ever so slight gap in the traffic here, and you can see that it's actually the car of Sims that's causing a little bit of a backlog there. And Verline now is using his energy, and he's getting past Dennis, and he's up into 2nd place. So that's the first proper overtake I've seen in this race. Verline is into 2nd place. Of course, he's using the attack mode at the moment, so that gives him the extra energy to do this. That was a really clean move. And for me, actually, a really surprising move, because Verline hasn't been the type of driver to actually get it done in the past. When he's been in this type of position. So this is really positive, actually. This is really positive for the race. If Verline is in form, then we're in for a really good race. Gunter, of course, is leading the race at the moment. Completely forgot to change that. He's leading for the time being, at least. So we have Turvey and Oliver Roland taking the attack mode there. So Gunter, Dennis, Vern, Mortara, Sims, Degrassi, Rast, Da Costa, all of those guys, none of them going for the attack mode yet. So there will be a little bit of a fluctuation in the places, as we've seen with Verline, when they do take their attack mode. Of course, I think there are usually two attack modes in each race. We did trial an attack mode or three attack modes in one of the races there recently. I think it was one of the Valencia E-Prix actually. And actually, it didn't work so well, in my opinion. It's just, it wasn't as strategic because the drivers just had to try and figure out when they were going to take it, and they were taking it as soon as possible just to get it out of the way. I had to do it 3 times, so no, didn't work for me. So the two attack modes in a race is good. Here goes Degrassi, and he's past Sims. He gets it done. That's a nice move. And that wasn't assisted by attack mode. None of those drivers have taken attack mode yet. Frines now is in 13th place, so he's used the attack mode really well, and that's after his attack mode is literally just run out now. So that's after attack mode that Frines is in 13th place. And Bird, Evans, Lotterer, Costa, all those guys in front of him have to take attack mode, so he might actually make more positions when they go for their attack mode. So this has worked really, really well for Frines by the looks of it. Let's keep an eye on that. So he's in 13th at the moment. Let's see if he can actually break into the points when the rest of the guys go for their attack mode. Verline now is 0.7 of a second behind Gunter. Rast and Sims battling away now. Degrassi has pulled about 1.3 seconds on his teammate now, so that really was the bottleneck there with Sims, which surprises me a little bit because Sims usually is very, very fast in these races of recent times. But there you go. So Gunter leads. Verline is in his last 10 seconds of attack mode now. So can he make it work here? Is he? And we don't have any camera on him, so we don't know if he's going to try and make a move on Gunter. So we've 30 minutes left, and of course the one obligatory lap that comes after that 30 minutes time. It's been fairly enjoyable so far. Not earth-shattering like the Monaco Grand Prix, but then again, this circuit is nowhere near as pretty as Monaco. No overtaking moves up Beau Rivage. Breathtaking. So somebody's taking attack mode there. It's Gunter. Gunter has taken attack mode, and where does he? Oh, Mortara has also taken it as well. So Verline now is obviously back into the lead, and Gunter is in. Oh, he's in 5th place, so he's now behind Vern, Dennis, and Degrassi. Gunter gets past Degrassi almost immediately, so he really needed to do that. That's important. Look at the sky. The sky is very dark there as well. There are big black clouds. That could make things extremely interesting as well. Now, let's see. Okay, so as I said, Verline is back in the lead of the race. And also, interestingly, Nico Muller is not driving for Dragon this weekend, so he has a conflict with the DTM, and he has actually been replaced by Ericsson for this weekend. So Ericsson was a test driver that they had in one of the tests earlier this year or the end of last season. I can't remember exactly. So he's substituting for him at the moment. And looking down at the timing screens, I am not sure where Ericsson is right now. Oh, he's in 22nd, so he's just one place behind his teammate, Sete Camara. So not the best race for him so far then, looking at that. But he has attack mode. Maybe he can make a move on his, a clean move on his teammate. That would be good. So Verline obviously is leading here. Verline has about a 1 second gap. Oh, that was Costa, I think, taking attack mode, and he nearly got his nose wiped off there coming back onto the circuit. That looked really dramatic. Okay, so we're on board now with the Costa. He's down in 12th place. Frines is showing as being in attack mode again. Did Frines take his second attack mode? Whoa! What one of the Mercs is off there. He's back on circuit. That's De Vries, is it? I think that's De Vries. So Van Dorn is in 16th. Ooh, where's De Vries? I can't find De Vries. Oh, 19th. Yes, that probably was De Vries. That's not good. So De Vries is in second place in the championship. Not ideal for him to be spinning off at this moment in time. He needs to keep a cool head. This is all about the championship. Gunter is in fourth. We have the in-helmet cam view from Gunter, which is always very dramatic looking. You can really see the bumps that the cars go over as well. More so on the street circuits than these formal racing circuits. And this is Rast going for attack mode. Sims looks like he's going for it as well. Degrassi has already taken his attack mode. Gunter's in attack mode. So Vern is in third place at the moment. I don't think Vern has taken his attack mode. And he's under big pressure from Gunter right now. He's kind of sandwiched between both of the BMWs here. Verline has a nice gap now with Dennis. I'd say that's anywhere up to 2 seconds. If they'd actually show us the timing on the screen, I could confirm this. No idea. It looks from the naked eye, it looks like about 2 seconds. But then again, I'm not a computer. I can't time this. So we have some kind of replay here for what's going on with Gunter. Who was that running wide? No idea when that happened. It doesn't match up. So De Vries and Frines are under investigation for causing a collision. So De Vries didn't spin. He was a coming together with Frines. That's what that implies, at least. That's interesting. I wonder if we can see a replay of that. That would be quite elucidating. Okay, so Verline's in the lead. Dennis is in second. Gunter is in third. So number 2, 3 for BMW. Here's Dennis now going into attack mode. How many places has he lost? He's dropped down. He's behind Mortara, so he'll be in 6th place, I guess. And Degrassi is right on his ass as well. Let's see if Degrassi can get past. Degrassi is in attack mode as well. And Degrassi is looking very racy here, but it doesn't look like he's going to try and pull off the move just yet. So Vern has still 2 attack modes left. That's what I wanted confirmed. So Vern has 2 attack modes left. Roland has nothing on him. Van Dorn has none left. Lynn has none left. Frines has none left. Frines has dropped down to 16, so he definitely had some kind of collision there. It was looking really good for him there at one point in time that he would be break back into the points. So he must have had it coming together with De Vries. Where's De Vries now? He's in 19th, so he's a couple of places back, and he's currently in attack mode as well. Okay, so the guys we need to watch are Degrassi and Dennis. They both have attack mode. Nobody else in the top 6 is using attack mode at the moment. Let's see if they can make use out of this. So Mortara is next up for Dennis. Oh, look at Verline. He has a great lead now. Yeah, he's going for his attack mode, Verline. He's such a huge gap. He'll probably come out in the lead here. He's going around. Yes, he just comes out in the lead. He comes out ahead of Gunter. So he had such a big lead. This, by the way, is the most severe attack mode I've seen in any of these races. I think this attack mode. Vern is going slowly now. He's dropping right down. What happened here? He took his first attack mode. Did he come back onto the circuit and hit somebody? Oh yeah, his car is in, well, it's not in bits, but there's definitely something hanging off the side of it there. So I guess he got hit when he was coming back from activating his attack mode. So who would have hit him? Who was directly behind him? We had Degrassi, Sims, Evans. We're on board now with Degrassi, so he doesn't seem to have any issues. So he's making the move on Dennis, or he's at least trying to make the move on Dennis. Dennis still has attack mode himself, and actually Dennis will have attack mode after Degrassi's expires. Now Mortara is in third place as well, so Gunter's in second. Degrassi has the fan boost. Bird, De Costa, Van Dorn, and De Vries, they all get the fan boost, and that's pretty much a copy and paste from every other race we've had this season. So The fan boost, whilst an interesting concept, remains incredibly unfair, I would say. I do like all of those drivers, and I guess I would vote for them as well. But I think that just goes to show you how unfair it is to all of the other drivers. Of course, the downside is if you don't use your attack mode, sorry, not your attack mode, your fan boost properly, then you'll get penalized. So, yeah, pros and cons, I guess. So now we're watching. No, Vern, we just saw Vern hit the wall there. Now, did he get pushed into the wall by someone? That's the big question. That's the big question. So we're on board. Attack mode. Yeah, everything's fine. Oh! Oh, he's out of the race. He's out of his car. He's in the garage. That's it. Vern is out of the race. Big blow for Techcheetah here. Big blow for the championship. So, oh my goodness. Okay, where are our championship protagonists at the moment? Bird is in 7th. He seems... Evans is in 6th. So Evans actually the dark horse here. I did not see him coming. So Evans now is up into 6th place. And we have Bird in 8th. Costa is in 10th, so 1 solitary point there for Costa. Van Dorn is in 13th. Frines is in 14th. De Vries is in 18th. Yeah. A whole bunch of the championship protagonists here not getting any points. Evans is up into 5th place. Evans above. Who would have thought it? Evans is in 5th place. Here we go. Evans in 5th place. So this is very good for Frines gets a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision, and I think we can say that Frines well and truly won't be getting any points in this round of the championship either. So that's the championship leader getting a big fat 0 in this race, I suspect. This is the thing about Formula E. You just can't tell from race to race. It can completely turn on the head. It's so different from race to race. And that's why it's so tight at the top of the championship as well. But for Evans and for Bird, for both of them to be well within the points. Now, this is great for Jaguar. Jaguar, of course, are battling the Constructors' Championship with Mercedes in the top 2 at the moment. And, of course, we have Techcheetah there in 3rd place as well, hoping to make up some ground, but they won't be doing that today. Definitely with Vern out of the race. And with Costa only in 10th place. And Gunter is taking attack mode. Mortara follows him. And Dennis takes 2nd place. Mortara's in a little bit of trouble there with Evans, but he manages to hold him off. And that's for the best because, of course, Mortara now has his attack mode. Has Evans taken both of his attack modes? I'm not sure about that. He must have... well, maybe he didn't. Maybe he's only taken one. Maybe that's what has brought him so far up in the standings, because he's just capitalized on people as they've gone off circuit. So as I was saying a little bit earlier, the attack mode here is really severe. Usually it's a 2 or 3 second loss for a driver as they run wide to try and activate attack mode. But here it's almost like a runoff. You know, the penalty loop that they have in MotoGP. Gunter's just making a move here on his teammate. His teammate doesn't put up much of a challenge to that, lets him through. I would guess the attack mode here is anywhere between 3 and 5 seconds. It's really, really severe. So I think that actually creates an extra strategic element to this here. And I wonder if the teams will actually learn from this today ahead of tomorrow's race and maybe employ a slightly better strategy. It seems to have worked very well for some drivers, though. Verline actually has 51% usable energy and Gunter has 49%, so a 2% energy deficit to the leader is definitely not ideal. Whole bunch of drivers there went for the attack mode. No idea who they were because, of course, our lovely... Oh, no! Bird is in the wall. It's Lynn. Lynn has crashed into Bird. He pushed him into the wall. This looks really bad for Lynn. I think Lynn is getting a penalty for this, but is out of the race. And so the championship protagonists I keep mentioning, this is where it all goes wrong for them. Another one is out of the race. So this is Evans. Evans is doing really well out of this. We have the safety car out. The safety car is out on the track again. So that means Gunter will close in on Verline. Gunter was actually in his attack mode, so he won't get to utilize the last of that now. Um, Dennis is in third. Mortara was also in his attack mode. Degrassi only had about 30 seconds left when that accident happened. So a replay here. Bird and Costa both at yeah, Lynn was it actually looked more like from that angle, it looked more like Bird went into a space that didn't exist. So I might actually take back my comment where I said Lynn is definitely going to get a penalty for that. I don't think that was Lynn's fault. I think Bird needed to back out of that. There just wasn't the space available for that. Equally, though, for Lynn, looking at this, you have to realize that there are going to be cars coming back onto the track. Surely you see that when you're coming around, that there are cars taking the attack mode. And it's not good for him to crush another car into the wall. He could have damaged his suspension. He could have had a puncture. It couldn't have worked out too well for him. He's in 10th place at the moment, though. Da Costa is now in 9th place, and he has his full attack mode left, which obviously is no use to him whatsoever behind the safety car. Won't be making much progress with that one. But at least he's used it, and he doesn't need to worry. So it's Evans and Dennis. They both have one attack mode left out of the top 10. Evans and Dennis. See what they can do. Safety car, safety car. All right. So they're obviously going to be clearing away Bird's car now. So Bird's team radio has been left open, but we're not hearing anything. So maybe it's just a graphical error that we have on the screen at the moment. It's been a fairly good race so far. Fairly good, I would say. So Verline is in first, Gunter second, Dennis in third, Mortara in fourth, and Degrassi is in fifth. I'm not going to speak about Degrassi. I do not want to jinx him in any way whatsoever. He's had a really bad season from some really good positions as well so far this season, where it just hasn't worked out for him between car failures and crashes and everything else. So he's running in fifth at the moment. Nobody, don't say anything. Don't say anything. We don't know he's there. Nobody knows he's there. 15 minutes left, by the way. 15 minutes of this race left, and of course the one lap after that. And there we have a big transporter, digger, lifter, whatever you call it. Oh, here's a replay of Frines. What happened with him and De Vries? Oh my goodness, he was coming from nowhere, and he's completely, not quite T-boned, but he's run into the back of De Vries. That was really hard luck for De Vries there. That was not good. And so he definitely deserves the 10-second penalty he got for that. I'm not sure what they did to the camera there. The camera was still working, but there looked like there was some kind of damage going on there. So Lynn and Bird are under investigation, as you would expect. I think that was Bird's fault. I'm going back on what I originally said there. Probably there will be no action until after the race, considering that Bird is out. Evans is in sixth. So Evans is in sixth. That's the big one now for the championship. Second and third for the BMW I Andretti's. That's a good race for that. They seem to do well on the normal circuits where there aren't too many bumps, so the non-street circuits. So Ericsson is in 20th place, just ahead of Frines. Okay, and they're just getting Bird's car out of the way now. Safety cars coming in this lap, so we can get back underway racing. Can Verline pull off a great restart like he did last time? Yeah, Mortara is way, way back from Dennis. He's left him a huge gap. I'm not sure why he's doing that behind the safety car, because they're obviously restarting now in a minute. So let's have a look at the top 10. So Lynn is in 10th, Da Costa in 9th, Sims 8th, Rast is in 7th, Evans is in 6th. There's some guy, DeGrassi, in 5th. Not mentioning him because just not mentioning. He's going to finish this race. Mortara is in 4th, Dennis is in 3rd, Gunter's in 2nd, Berline's in 1st, and we're getting ready to restart here. 12 minutes. 12 minutes of action and 1 lap left. Verline, yeah, he's gone. But Gunter is sticking with him here. Oh, Gunter's really close to him here. I wonder if he can get a run onto him now down into the first corner. I'd like to see the energy usage again. 38% for Verline, 37% for Gunter. So there's 1% difference in it. So it's not absolutely huge at the moment. They've had a 12 kilowatt hour total deduction behind the safety car as well. Verline makes it into the first corner and he retains the lead. He's really controlled this race very, very well today. Very well. The most impressive part being the lead he pulled out before he took his second attack mode and returned to the track in the lead. That was, for me, the most impressive part. Anybody taking attack mode? There are only a couple of drivers that have attack mode left to take. Roland. That was Roland trying to take attack mode, and it's apparently not working for him. Sete Camera and Buemi did take attack mode, and they've dropped down to last, as you would imagine, because all the cars now have been backed up due to the safety car. Look at Verline. He is off again. Way out in the lead ahead of Gunter and Dennis. So if Verline can manage this properly, his speed is good. I would be a little bit concerned about his power usage as we come towards the end of this race. If he's gotten all of that right, though, then this is really good. Ooh, Mortara looks really interested in the back of Dennis here. He's having a look. Van Dorn is into the points. Ooh, somebody was sliding through the picture there, sideways. Looks like everybody is going in. Oh my God, Verline is under investigation for a technical infraction, whatever the heck that means. What has he done? Overusage of power, speeding behind the safety car, incorrect restart procedure. Unbelievable. Not what we want to see. Of course, it hasn't been announced yet that he has a penalty, but they don't investigate these things for no reason. So you can be pretty certain that if they've put that up on the screen, they have spotted something, and it's probably a slam dunk. You know, it's only when you're investigating an incident with another car that there's a little bit of intrigue as to what the outcome will be. Da Costa is using his fan boost now. Dennis is overtaking Gunter for second place. Look at that. Well, talk about picking your moment. By the way, there are just over 8 minutes left in this race, and 1 lap to go on top of that. No further action between Bird and Lynn. Okay, well, it was a tough one to call. I guess it was very 50-50. Bird probably shouldn't have come out full steam ahead like he did. But anyhow, he has paid the ultimate price for that. He's out of the race. So So Dennis now is up into second place. What did Da Costa do? Da Costa, yeah, it looks like Da Costa got past Sims with his fan boost. Van Dorn got past Lynn with his fan boost as well. So both of those drivers made a really good use of theirs. Now let's wait and see what happens with Verline. Verline is under investigation. Okay, so Roland, Buemi, and Lotterer now also announced as being under investigation. Technical infraction as well. So what's going on here? This is definitely something linked to energy usage. Degrassi is using his fan boost now. Is he going to get past Mortara? He's not even close to Mortara. Whoa! Speaking of Mortara, he lost control of the car there. The back stepped out and he just about managed to keep that out of the wall. He was actually looking at getting past Gunter when that happened. And will that have brought Degrassi really close? Yeah, Degrassi is all over the back of him now. But Degrassi has used his fan boost. I wonder if Degrassi actually uses that fan boost as protection against Evans behind him. Evans still has to take his attack mode, so he's going to drop down a good bit here. So this is not ideal for Evans, actually. And I said the points here are so important to Evans for his championship battle and for the championship battle that Jaguar are having as well with the rest of them, because apart from Van Dorn, 1 point for Van Dorn, that's the only point that Mercedes are getting in this race. And Da Costa, Da Costa will pick up a couple of points as well. But the points that Evans can pick up for Jaguar will, I think it puts them on top of the Constructors' Championship, because there were only 2 points between Mercedes and Jaguar at the top of the Constructors' Championship. So this is interesting. This is interesting. I need to have a drink. Verline has 23% energy, Dennis 22, Gunter 21, Mortara 22. Anybody with loads here? Rast has 24%. So Rast, you know, if all the guys miscalculate this, Rast could win the race. Dennis is going for attack mode now. I didn't realize Dennis had to take attack mode. And Evans is taking it as well. So Dennis has come out behind Da Costa. So that means Dennis is in 7th place. Evans is in 11th. De Vries is in 10th place. Mortara has just taken Gunter for 2nd place. Degrassi is in 3rd place. He's taking Gunter as well. What's going on here for Gunter? He's having a nightmare. Rast is up into 5th place as well. And just like that, things can swing around. So Evans has taken his attack mode. He's dropped out of the points. And as he drops out of the points, De Vries drops into the points. But De Vries has now dropped behind Evans. What the heck is going on here? Evans gets past Lane. So Evans now back into the points. He's in 10th place. He's behind Van Dorn. There's the championship battle right there. He needs to take Van Dorn. Mortara is in 2nd place. And Degrassi, he who shall not be named because he's going to go out of the race if we put too much attention on him, is in 3rd place, right on the tail of Mortara. Can he do something here? Rast pushes past Gunter. So Gunter is now in 5th place. Dennis is in 7th. So 2nd and 3rd for the BMWs has turned to disaster. And here's Da Costa on Gunter. He's tried it. It hasn't worked out so well for Da Costa because actually Dennis has gone past him now. So Da Costa, the irony here is tried to overtake one of the BMWs. Didn't work. And he got overtaken by the BMW behind him. So BMW is tag teaming here, but now they're in 5th and 6th as opposed to 2nd and 3rd. So this is really not good for them. What can Dennis do with his attack mode? Surely his teammate has to let him through here so that he can utilize this and get past Rast, perhaps. Rast has 17% usable energy, and by comparison to most people had 15 or 14%. Ooh, Da Costa has run it deep. Oh, he got it completely locked up there, and it looks like that's Sims that's gone through. And now Van Dorn will fancy his chances of getting through as well. This is getting very scrappy for a lot of drivers here. We have less than 3 minutes left in this race, and of course we have the one lap at the end. Everybody in around 14-ish% usable energy. Evans is intent at the moment. He's not making use of his attack mode to get past Van Dorn. He is, in fairness to him, he is right on the tail of Van Dorn, but it's not really working for him. So it's all happening now. This has turned into a very exciting race at the moment, I have to say. I must admit it. I must admit. Degrassi is in second place. He's just gotten past Mortara. That was a great move down into the first corner. The Audi is looking very, very fast. And Mortara now, just to make things worse, he has Rast right behind him now. So the other Audi coming through strong as well. Degrassi is already pulling out a gap here on Mortara. But the gap between Verline and Degrassi is huge. So Verline has more or less checked out in front. And as long as he's managed his energy correctly, he shouldn't have an issue. I'm not a commentator, so I can't put a commentator's curse on this. Now Rast has 2% more usable energy than Mortara as well. So the big question is, does Rast want to run at his teammate for second place? Or can he just hang in there behind Mortara and take advantage at the very end? Here we go, 20 seconds, 20 seconds. So we'll have 2 more laps. Verline has come around and crossed the start-finish line, so we'll have 2 more laps to go. Here goes Rast now, down the inside of Mortara, and it's fairly easy for him. He gets that done. Mortara doesn't put up any battle there. So all of a sudden, we now have both of the Audis in second and third, whereas previously, for most of the race, we had the BMWs in second and third. And speaking of the BMWs, Da Costa has just gotten past Gunter as well. Evans is still intent. Gunter has gotten back past Da Costa, so it's all happening back there. Franz has a lot of sponsorship hoarding all over the front wing of his car, so he must have touched the wall somewhere along the line there. Don't think it matters too much because I believe he still has 10 seconds to be applied to his final position, so he's so now we're on the second last lap. Verline's coming around. Verline has 5% energy remaining, so he's in the red now. Degrassi also has 5%. Rast is on 6%. Let's look down. In sixth place, we have Sims, who's also on 6%. Oh, he's now 5%. We'll see a bit of regen here. Somebody will jump back up again. De Vries has 6%. He's in 11th right now. What can he do with that? Set a camera down in 18th has 6% as well. And Franz has 5% now. Just dropped him. Verline 3%, Degrassi 3%. We're on the final lap. Oh, a whole bunch of cars are locking up here into the first corner. It looks like everybody made it through though. Verline, let's not forget, Verline is under investigation as well. So Verline may not actually win this race once they apply whatever penalties they need to apply to him here. I would guess a minimum it'll be 5 seconds. Now, he does have quite a gap on Degrassi, but is it 5 seconds? I don't think it's quite 5 seconds. Rast is all over the back of Degrassi. I think Rast is going to take his teammate here. Verline, 1%, 1%. Is he going to be coasting over the line? Ooh, Rast, he's looking at this one. I think he's looking at this one. Verline comes around. He's 0 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1, 0%. Ooh, did he coast over? Did he coast over? Degrassi gets second. Rast is in third. Mortara is in fourth. Mortara's on 0% as well. I hope he coasted over the line. Whole bunch of cars now on 0% usable energy. Oh, look at that. Look at that for a huge crowd of cars coming through there. You are not going to believe this. Degrassi has won the race. Degrassi has won the race. Verline has been disqualified from the race after winning it. He's been disqualified. Unbelievable. Degrassi has won the race. They've just told him on the team radio as well, and he's absolutely lost his shit. Degrassi has finally got a win. Not that he hasn't deserved it this season. He's been very, very unlucky. But for Verline to be disqualified like that, what the heck is going on here? Verline has been disqualified after winning the race. Almost instantaneously with crossing the line, they've informed him that he's been disqualified. What's going on here? It's a little bit ridiculous. It's one of the aspects of Formula E that I really don't like. They don't explain very clearly what all of the infringements and penalties and everything else are for. Degrassi is he's he's on another planet right now. This is great for him. But you have to feel for Verline. Race leader Verline. No, Verline is not the race leader. Verline has lost the race. He's had it robbed, taken away from him. Maybe it turns out that they were using some completely illegal mapping or some booster they weren't supposed to use, and it's completely valid. But the fact they waited until he crossed the line before disqualifying him, that seems harsh. Seems harsh. Another bad blow to the integrity of Formula E. Degrassi is doing donuts. That's great. Please don't destroy your car ahead of tomorrow's race, though. So this could work quite well, though, for Degrassi, because he's not really high up in the championship at the moment. So he won't go into the first qualifying group tomorrow for tomorrow's race. So he could be, let's say, midfield in the pack again, starting tomorrow, and could be quite nicely placed to make some progress in that race as well. Very, very impressive from both of the Audis, though. It looked like they had great speed towards the end of the race there. No idea what happened to Verline, though. I'm not really sure what was the reason for Verline being disqualified there. I'm gonna have a look on Twitter to see what is going on here. No, I don't see anything on there. Bit of a strange one. Bit of a strange one. That's true. It was Audi 1-2 now. So we have Degrassi in first and Rast in second place for the championship. Not sorry, not not for the championship, for the Mexican E-Prix. There's Verline coming back to the pits. Oh, they need to get the team radio onto Verline. Probably can't. even at this time of the night, they probably can't televise what he was saying. That's insane, though. Insane. And here comes Di Grassi now for all the pomp that goes with winning the race. Oh, sorry, no, that's Rast. That's Rast. I was wondering why he wasn't going to the number 1 slot. Mortara, I guess, is in 3rd place. Di Grassi first. Rast is in 2nd. Mortara is in 3rd place. I'd like to actually see the full race classification if they could show us that. Probably can't get that right now. Double points finish for the Mahindras, I'm seeing on Twitter. Yeah, a lot of the feed is still very behind. Safety car deployed. Yeah, that's old news. Well, Eurosport with their crazy stats. Apparently, the local volcano has erupted 12 times since Di Grassi last won a race. There you go. Hopefully there are no eruptions of that volcano over the next 2 days, because that would be a new one. That would definitely be a new one. Just waiting for them to show a final classification on the screen so we can figure out where everybody finished here. We know the top 3. We know that Verline has been disqualified directly after winning the race. Seems really, really harsh. Yeah, they're not showing us anything yet, and I am not finding anything on Twitter. Okay, so we know that we have another round of the championship kicking off tomorrow. We have this Mexican E-Prix doubleheader. That actually turned out to be a great race in the end. I know it's nowhere near as beautiful or as pretty as the Monaco E-Prix. Then again, not much is. That was a very interesting race. That was a very good race. I'm not convinced about disqualifying the driver at the very end, just like that. So for Verline, Verline did not take off his helmet when he got out of his car and went straight to his driver's room. Not surprising. Rast apparently is up into 3rd place in the championship. So Friends is still winning the championship. De Vries is in 2nd place, and Rast is in 3rd. So we have the final race classification. Di Grassi wins. Rast is in 2nd. Mortara is in 3rd. Alex Sims comes in 4th. Jake Dennis is in 5th. Costa 6th. Van Dorn 7th. Mitch Evans is 8th. De Vries 9th. And they cut away before I could see who was in 10th place. But the one that is not there is Gunter. Where's Gunter? What happened to Gunter at the end of the race? Anyhow, okay. I think we'll leave it there for tonight. That was a great race. Thank you very much for everybody that joined us, tuned in live. Of course, if you're watching this afterwards, it was a great race. Hope you're watching along with the race on your TV screen as well. We may be back for another watch along tomorrow night for the second part of this double header from the Mexican E-Prix, and we'll see you again really, really soon.